Another thing that I struggle with, and you know this, is my feet and feeling like they are on fire all the time. The bed sheets touching my feet. It feels like it's painful, but yet they're numb.
Right.
Can you explain to me what that would be and why it
Yes.
happens?
Absolutely. So as you know, Cindy, the nerves that come out from our brain, a lot of it go through our spine, and then from the spine, it goes through our legs.
Okay.
There are two general types of nerves. There's the motor nerves and the sensory nerves.
Okay.
If I'm trying to move my hand, it's my brain using the motor nerves to the muscles that will
Okay.
literally kind of fire and then will just have me move. And then the other kind of nerves are called the sensory nerves. The sensory nerves will help us feel and sense. There's different kinds of senses, pain, heat and cold. There's light touch. There's different kinds of nerves, but the nerve that makes us feel, they're the same types. They're called the sensory nerves. They're in the legs, they're in the arms, they're everywhere. So these feelings that you're describing are affecting the sensory nerves. When these nerves, and also of note, the nerves is just a cell, it's a living body cell, and it's a
Okay.
very long cell. It's very peculiar. The body, the nucleus of the cell, could be either in your brain or it could be in your spine, and it has a very long, very long part that goes
Wow.
to the tip of your feet. Right.
Wow.
And it's one cell, and that cell has to be nourished, right, like any other cell. If that cell, that nerve cell, along its path, it's not nourished just right, it's going to be sick, for lack of a better word. And the feeling that's produced is gonna feel abnormal. We call it paresthesia. Paresthesia is basically abnormal sensations. Instead of feeling the right sensation of pain and cold and feet and heat and all of that, you're gonna feel those things you're describing. We call them paresthesia, which includes tingling. It includes numbness,
Right.
And it can include, hypersensation. So you're feeling, if you touch the sheet, it's just extremely sensitive,
Right.
It can also include pain, and different stuff. So when a person comes in and having these sorts of things, we are focusing at that point as to what's causing that, and and addressing and see what can be done about it. But the question of why you feel that is because that nerve cell is not getting enough nourishment, because as you know, with diabetics, there's not a lot of good circulation if your blood sugar is not controlled.
Okay. So would you say then keeping your circulation going and working on your circulation, meaning exercising,
Right.
things like that would that help
Right.
then in the pain and the nerve endings and stuff in your feet?
Right, that's good. So the way we would address that is, number one, most important always is controlling the blood sugar.
Okay.
And most important way to do that is controlling your diet. So when somebody comes in and says, "Doc, I'm having pain," and the expectation is give me some medicine,
Right.
that's not the right approach. There are medicines that help with these kind of pains, but the number one thing is we need to get diabetes controlled, right? That's the number one order of business. So, and we want to control diabetes before these symptoms start, because when these symptoms start, sometimes it's a little bit too late.
Right.
So, but even if these symptoms have started, nerves are very good at healing and regenerating.
Oh.
So regardless, if you're a diabetic watching us and you don't have these symptoms yet, if you're not careful, they will happen, right? So we want to control diabetes ASAP, right?
Right.
Control that blood sugar. Number two, anything that helps circulation is going to help. For example, if you have swelling in your feet, if you are overweight, you're gonna have more what we call dependent edema, which means the lower part of your body, which is depending on gravity,
Right.
is gonna have a little bit of edema, which is swelling. Sometimes you can't even detect it, or a little bit more that you can detect, and that also can cause less circulation, because the more you have swelling, there's more space, so to speak, for blood to flow. So if you have swelling, we want to encourage people to raise their feet. Definitely exercise moves the muscles, and that promotes movement of blood flow. So movement of blood flow is going to also increase, bringing nutrients to those nerves.
Right.
So I would say blood sugar, weight control, which are things we know we need to do anyway.
Right.
Exercise, elevating the feet, eating less salt and sodium. Those are things to prevent it. And of course, you could take some medication, but we really want to stress, we want that as a last resort.
Right. Seems like the theme we have going here is diet. Not the dieting, but
Right.
changing your diet and
Absolutely.
eating healthy seems to be the theme on helping and
That's right.
everything we've talked about pretty much, you
That's
know?
right.